Right, what's up and welcome to another edition of Convict Inc. I'm your host, Robert Rosso, and today is Saturday, 2:25 Arkansas time, and I don't know why that wasn't, why did I even just say that? I have no idea. That is looking out my front window, and these are the windows that need to be replaced because they're like aluminum bullshit, and they're leaving, I don't know, by spring. Okay, so anyway, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Please like the videos. I appreciate that. The comment section, I read, comment on a lot, not all, need to. I know that, got it. Bad comment people, trolls, is that what you're called? Trolls, trolls, yeah, keep doing what you do. But you're still watching my videos, I already know. Can't help it, can you? Okay, so anyway, I was inspired to talk about a dude named Cub by somebody who was a cellie who left a comment that I checked between 12 and 2 this morning. No, it was like 4 o'clock. No, today was the 4 o'clock. I got up and ate cookies and drank soda. Why do I still have bladder cancer? Why does it reoccur every year? Why am I getting fat? It's because I eat crap and I'm drinking chocolate milk. Why I say that? Anyway, okay. Was going to do a Cub story until just a second ago when I sat down and was looking at the shirt my mom loves so much, black shirts. And then thought, no. We're going to do the Cub story, yes. But first, we need to talk about what happened to C.O. Reed in building 63 in the summer of 2002 at USP Leavenworth. Now, let's back up. C.O. Reed was formerly, before being a prison guard, a narc in Leavenworth, Kansas. Worked for like 11 years, and something happened. I think he was setting people up. I forgot what it was, but he became a prison guard. Because we all know that's where dirty cops go, to be prison guards when they can't be cops no more. Or, no, actually, who becomes COs? Military, for sure. A lot of people that were picked on in high school, for sure. And a lot of people nowadays, nowadays you've got gang members that are COs. Hello, North Carolina. You've got people that are just countrified folks that are just, the coal's gone, so now they become COs. Hello, Big Sandy. You know, a lot of different things, a lot of different reasons people become COs. C.O. Reed was just bad guy. So, yeah, couldn't be a narc anymore. So he went to Leavenworth and became a correctional officer at USP Leavenworth in the 90s. And he was the guy, and I believe he got a lawsuit, I don't know what had ever happened, who stuck a flashlight up an inmate's ass who was 4-pointed. So this is what kind of guy we're talking about. Okay, in 2001, is that the year Timothy McVeigh was executed? That year. Yeah, September 2001. The night after McVeigh was executed, I did a video about the staff rolling on a bunch of dirty white boys. That is, they're doing cell extraction in the SHU. We fought the SORT team. It's called Special Operations Resort Task Force. And C.O. Reed was the guy I talked about. Okay, so if you haven't watched the video, this is what happens. 16 drunk guys, so 8 cells, all gang members or affiliate associates of a gang, dirty white boys in Leavenworth, all get drunk in the daytime, go crazy, hold trays. Cops say, give us the tray. Why? Plastic trays can be made into weapons, meal trays, okay? Long story about why we were holding trays, but just remember, we're fucked up drunk, okay? We ended up saying, come on, you know, we want to fight. You can't have the trays. Bring in the SORT team. The SORT team's the Ninja Turtles. They come in looking like Ninja Turtles, and they beat you up and take whatever they do whatever they want. Okay, so C.O. Reed was one of the COs that came in on me and my cellie, whose name was Dusty. And C.O. Reed is the guy who, my cellie Dusty, who is bigger than me, fights better than me, came out of the cell first, headbutted C.O. and busted his lip. He needed stitches in his lip and broke his tooth, I think. Matter of fact, I think I said in the video, he took the tooth out. Somebody else said, no, Rob, he busted his lip. Somebody contacted me. Dusty will be here sooner or later, and we're going to do interviews with him for days probably. Anyway, so C.O. Reed is the one that had to go to an outside hospital because my cellie hurt him, okay? So, skip. Summer of 2002. Same gang members. Actually, there was different ones. Same gang, Dirty White Boys. Get into lots of problems on the yard. First beating up one another, then fighting with other people, and they decided to lock us up. We couldn't get let back on the compound because the shot caller for another gang called the Aryan Resistance Militia or Movement. Which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's militia in prison or movement. I'm sorry, guys, and I've got some friends that are that, but I keep forgetting. Every time I do a video, it's like my brain doesn't stick to it. It's weird. It's like a tick. It's like Sarah Palin calling Joe Biden, no Biden. I don't know if any of you guys are into politics, so you remember that. Anyway, that was a tick she had. Same thing's going on with me. Every time I say the arms and I say Aryan Resistance Militia and Movement, I get this tick and I can't remember what it is. Anyway, we're all in the shoe. We can't get let out for various reasons. Oh, man. And here comes the wife. And let's see, she's going to interrupt this. So we're on the shoot, Building 63. They put us, okay, 6 minutes. I was going to almost stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to start. I'm going to do the story right. Let me back up just a second. Okay. In the special housing unit, you had two buildings. You had a D block in Leavenworth, USP, inside the unit. And then you had the SHU, which is a prison or a county jail within the prison, okay? It's called the SHU, the Special Housing Unit. You also then had what's called Building 63. Building 63 was the original Special Housing Unit built in Leavenworth back in the 1900s, maybe even the first place that they put prisoners. There's Building 62 and 63. I'm talking about 63. My wife just walked in. Okay, now I got it. Focus, Robert, focus. Okay, so they had to open up Building 63 when they let 400 DC prisoners on the compound in a week. They knew there would be chaos and drama. They had to open up 63 for that purpose. And what they did was they started putting a lot of first PC cases in 63 on the top floor. Then they were having problems with the Dirty White Boys in the SHU. I was amongst them. And they also had to get close down the SHU, one of the ranges, because they were remodeling. So remodeling going on in the prison, more inmates in special housing units. So they had to open up 63, which was old, decrepit, and they took them about a month to renovate that, to get that open. And all they did is go in and they fixed it. There was there was 3 bunks per cell. So 6 people can fit in each cell. Huge cells. So 1, 2, 4 people can do burpees at one time in the row, okay? So that's how long the cells are. You can actually jog back and forth, narrow, shower in the back corner. Plenty of room for 6 guys, but we usually only kept 4 or 5 per cell. That was depending. So we get moved from the SHU to Building 63 on the bottom range. And I say we, this means Dirty White Boys. There was a total at that time of, okay, so 5, 6, 7. So there was like 14 of us put in 3 separate cells, okay? And the cells were, one was up in the front, then there was cell 7, I think, and then cell 8. We were in, I believe, cell 007 of Building 63. Also, in Building 63. People know who the Birdman of Alcatraz is. He was actually the Birdman of Leavenworth, and he was put in the hole in Leavenworth and did most of his time there. I want to say 20 years. You guys, people probably know a lot better than I did, but they say he was in Building 63. What's up, babe? Hello. They say he was in Building 63. Some people have now come back and said, no, he was in Building 62. It wasn't in 63. I will say that I did see the cell that he was allegedly in, and it was 2 cells made for 1 person. So I think it was 63. It could have been 62, whatever, okay? This is what we were always told. So the point that everybody should know, and I've just been everywhere today, is that Building 63 was old. It was the original building for the original troublemakers in Leavenworth, and we had to go there. Old, decrepit, nasty, no air conditioning whatsoever. Only big fans, like this big, that blow, and not even one for each cell. There was probably 6 per range, and there was probably 20 cells. Let's just say 20, 22 cells per range. 11 that way, 11 that way, or whatever. Guys out there in my comment section, if you know, put it out there. Okay, so boiling, burning hot summer. Terrible, terrible, terrible. You look it up, 2002, Leavenworth, Kansas. Nights were miserable. Brick building, old red brick building, cinder blocks in the cells, and there wasn't a time of day that we didn't sweat. It was freaking miserable, okay? Now, C.O. Reed, getting back to the story, was the #1 on duty. That was my glasses. The other noise you hear is the drilling for the plumbing or my wife walking in and out. C.O. Reed was #1 in Building 63 during the night shift. That means it was his show. It's the lieutenant, then the #1. That's how it works. At night, lieutenant's never there, so the #1 runs the show. Reed ran the show. The cops at Leavenworth back in the day used to bring us contraband routinely. And how did that happen? Well, let's say I was on the compound and I wanted to get some of my people, a friend, brother, whatever, some contraband, tobacco, coffee, food that you can't have on the compound. Well, I'd find the CO that's cool, and then I would get a paper bag, fill it up, walk up to that CO when he's going in to Building 63 or the doghouse or the shoe and hand it to him and say, yo, give this to so-and-so. They did. Depending on who you are, who you were tipped up with, how much power you had, blah, 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 they did. That's just how it was. So, C.O. Reed, even after he was assaulted by Dusty, who was in my cell in Building 63, and I'll get there with the people in a minute, did bring in stuff for us once a week. Now, this is something the whole world knows, so for you people, they're going to put, oh, you just ratted on somebody that was whatever. Whatever. That's what happened. So everybody knows this story. So here's the deal. A day came when we were getting 6 cartons of Bugler, 10 bags of Taster's Choice coffee, some dip, and there was something else. And what that was is it was some kind of sweets of some kind that they didn't even have on the compound anymore, but that somebody had been holding them back from a different prison, or they came in a different way that other food contraband was coming in at the time. Well, that was through the kitchen, and he's dead now. See me pause? I didn't know if I was going to put his name out there. Whatever. Junior Bradley. There it is there. Yes. So these were a certain kind of moon pie, I believe. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's shit people are going after. So anyway, we knew this load was coming in. We knew who was bringing it in. And it was actually not going straight to Reed. It was from a cop named let's call him Fontu. He was a big, fat, proud gay guy. Okay, so Fontu would then take the package, give it to the #1. The #1 would bring it to you. And the condition is they kept X amount of your package to feed their rats and to feed their orderlies. They would say that. We have to feed our rats and feed our orderlies. So they'd take our contraband, some percentage. Fair, we got it, whatever. Okay, so we're sitting in the shoe. We're sitting in Building 63, Cell 7, and it is Dusty, Jeremy, White, I was going to say, I just stopped, White, and myself on this occasion. There's only 4 of us in the cell. What's been going on leading up to this point was we were causing chaos. We got drunk and we well, our neighbors, during executive staff rounds, took an orderly who was a rat by the name of Black and broke his arm and stole his watch. So Warden, all executive staff is doing their rounds. Dude grabs, reaches through the bars, snatches him in, breaks his arm, and takes his watch. Okay, so that happened. This is incidents that the Dirty White Boys were doing. That happened. May or not try to lie to sex offender. Somebody who was a sex offender that was an orderly. By the way, they had the rats as orderlies. And sex offender, PC cases were orderlies. We couldn't get out. May or may not have tried to light him on fire one night and it caused a big fire in the shoe. That happened. We got really drunk and decided to flood the shoe. And that happened right before this incident. So it's safe to say that we were acting out, being a disruptive group, okay? And also, we did not want to be in Building 63 because it was hot. And because it was all PC cases and us. So, like, again, why are you putting us in here with these people? Why are you torturing us? Because, Mark, rest assured, what I'm telling you is, anybody who was in 63 was put there as a punishment. It was a fuck you. So the staff were saying fuck you to the Dirty White Boys that were left there at the time. And we were saying fuck you back. And that took me like 16 minutes and 30 seconds to get there. Oof, I'm doing terrible today, I think. Okay, so I hope you guys can follow the story. I hope you guys let up that. So here's what happens next. Contraband's supposed to hit. We're waiting on a package. Reed comes up, does count, and he says, I didn't get no package. And we're like, huh, we've never not got a package on time before, so what's really going on? Here comes an orderly. And he had tobacco. The tobacco, he said, was marked because we would mark it a certain way, had the mark that we put on it, and had like the moon pies that you can't get anywhere that was being sent to us. And we asked him, hey, who's behind me? Oh, shit, I'm sorry. There's my wife. Where did you get this from? And the rat guy said, C.O. Reed. Huh. Reed comes by again. He's addressed. And he said, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I didn't get shit, all right? Really? Okay, so we get drunk that night. Yes, we did. Shocking, right? We made wine, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. We didn't. Now, okay, let's just say, let's say we drink 4 nights a week, okay? That'd be a good one. And I'll tell you, people have been asking, how'd you get so much? We drank 4 nights a week, okay? We hustled, made money, whatever. Okay, so here's what goes down. The more we drank that night, we're plotting on what do we do to C.O. Reed? How can we get back at him right now? What can we do to get back at this bastard for stealing all of our contraband? I mean, we're talking a lot of tobacco here. We're talking a lot of coffee. We're talking a lot of stuff. We're behind bars, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do to get to this guy? James White pops off and says, just throw shit on him. I'm like, oh, no, don't do the fucking shit thing. Come on, man, we don't do that. No, I want to do it. I want to throw shit. Okay, so here's what goes down. A consensus was reached that didn't include me. That White was going to throw shit on Reed. And, of course, so it also had to have urine in it, and it had to be mixed up so it's sloshy and can fit through the bars. Now, there's just bars, but there's also a mesh over the bars, okay? This wire-type mesh. So, you have to get the stuff through the bars if you're going to throw it at them. Well, White gets drunk and decides to go use the bathroom. We're all cheering him on, by the way. All right, bro, come on, let's go. I got into it at one moment. Oh, we all got masks on our face because of the smell. Because, when you're in a cell with somebody, here's proper shit etiquette in the pen for you that don't know. And I should probably do a video, right? You flush. Every time you drop a turd, you flush, 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 flush. Now, I won't go into this new shoes and how they only have 3 flushes. But anyway, that's what you're supposed to do. That's proper poop etiquette in the pen, whatever you want to say. Okay, so White is Hey, stop. Hold on. Hey, babe. I'm doing this real quick. Can you shut that? I'm hearing you guys talk.
Yes.
I'm doing a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, I should stop this video. It's been a freaking disaster. I should stop it right now. Anyway, so let me keep going. It's been that kind of day anyway. Okay, so here's what goes down. White can't go to the bathroom all the way. So he yells across the way to a guy named Sean, who was a dirty white boy that we beat up, and then he decided to drop out, but he's across the hall from us. Sean says, my Sally can shit. By now, people around us knew that we were all doing this, okay? So my Sally can shit. So they sent a milk carton across the way, and this little Cuban guy, shit. He sends the couple back across full of that much shit. White now has to go to the bathroom, so White contributes to it. Well, I don't remember where we got the 32-ounce cup from, but there was a big cup, and they filled it full of shit and piss. By the way, who was the other person that joined in? So there was actually 2 cells joined in. So there was 3 people that all had shit, contributed to shit in this cup. White tops it off with urine, mixes it up. We've all got our masks on, you know, in the cell, and it's over 100 degrees. If fans are on, blowing, okay. So remember that. White, the plan was to wait till 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock at night, they do their rounds. And usually, they'll do their round, and they'll shut the light off. On this night, they shut the light off and started doing their rounds. And when I say they, it's C.O. Reed, and I think it was Fontu at his tail. There's a joke in there, because I said something about Fontu earlier. So it's Fontu on his tail. The count, we can hear him. You can hear keys. Now, it's really loud because of the fans. People yell a lot, so it's loud in there. But you can hear the keys jingling. You know, as they come, you can hear them. Walk fast, stop. Walk fast, stop. Because the cells are kind of spread out. We've got our light out. Usually you keep your light on. But we didn't want them to see who the assailant was. So, you know, here comes C.O. Reed. He has glasses, by the way, and this is, I was in the back of the cell. This is exactly what he did. When he got his face up to the grill. White. Directly into his mouth. That's what he was really doing. Directly into this guy's mouth. And shit flew this way too, and shit and piss went into 2 different cells. So the people that were in back of us, he hit it, fans are blowing. So big. As soon as the mouth, okay, so Reed takes the full frontal of shit, and he starts just puking. So as soon as he realized that's what he said, he went, oh my God, shit. And then he ran. And then he ran. Of course, he had to go to the emergency for that. Yeah, they did. And it was hilarious. This is what wasn't hilarious. They come next, so they wait about 2 or 3 in the morning. And here comes a black lieutenant by the name of Smith, who came from ADX, and Smith was actually a really, really good lieutenant. He comes to the grill. They have shields. There's big shields that they have. And Smith's like, come on, can I talk to you? And we're like, shut the fuck up, go on, you know. And White's like, White steps up and says, yeah, I'll talk to you, N-word. Smith was black. White was drunk. I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't really no racist guy. But, you know, it's what he, just do it. And he says, okay, he says, what's this all about? And somebody said, Reed stole our shit, you know? Reed stole our contraband, you know? It's like, what do you, and I remember like, what the fuck you saying? Like, why are you even telling that? Anyway, and then that guy, of course, shut up after he said what he said. And the lieutenant said, okay, who did it? And we're all denying it. And White finally says, I did. You know, what are you going to fucking do? And they said, we're going to have to take you and put you, lock you up. And White's like, okay. So as he stepped up to the bar and put change, White says to the cop, Huh, look at this reversal. Look at this, huh? Imagine that. You putting change on a white man. How long has it been? Look at what society's coming to. Oh my God. And he's just spitting out racial shit. And Smith was taking it like a champ. You know, Smith, he's heard a lot. Probably not something like that, but yeah, so White went. Okay, so here's what they did. They didn't allow the orderlies to clean up anything. So imagine how bad it smelled. They left it that way for 2 days. Didn't clean up the shit for 2 days. And I believe Rodney Magby, AKA Arkansas, if you're out there, and I think you're free right now, and you see this, you can put in the comment section this whole story and how it went down. Because he's probably going to say it's a lot worse than that. But because he was on the receiving end too, because they got shit in their cell. Alpha Al was actually there. I think he's died of an overdose, I heard. Yeah, that's what happened. And you know what, guys? So I don't have the editing thing down yet. There's been so many mistakes made. I felt like I just didn't have this whole video together in the beginning. Then the wife walks in yelling, I'm leaving it. So whatever happens, happens. I hope at least you guys, well, it was clear enough to understand the story. If not, you can write in the comments. I'm aware of how bad this actually came out. Take care. Have a good one. I'm going to do, actually, sorry, I'm not going to do no more videos today. I'm not going to be able to. Wife's home. We have things to do. Take care.